can't take this anymore!
This is Perfect Harvest MLP Studios.
Hello everypony, hope you're well. Blind Bag Perfect Harvest here today because I've got a couple of blind bag toys to review. And I hope you like the backdrop because I was also going to review that as well. So seeing as we're right in front of this house, let's have a look around it, shall we? So here it is. I found this little doll's house in a charity shop a few weeks ago, and I thought this is the perfect size for blind bag figures. And I thought, okay, I haven't got any ideas of what I'd like to do with it yet, as in filming ideas, but it's just a nice little thing to have and maybe even display a few blind bag figures as well. So if we just get in a bit closer, so we can see there's the front door, which does open and close, and it's even got a little porch light by it. There's holes on the front of the plinth, which was obviously for some sort of garden gate, which is no longer there anymore, which is a shame, but hey, we'll live with it. And it's got little stickers around the outside for little shrubs. There's a balcony up in the bedroom, and I'll get onto the not bedroom, a top room, I'll get onto that later. On the side of the house we have what I believe is some sort of little greenhouse. It does lift up and there's some more stickers of little plants in there, but unfortunately it doesn't stay up very well. Back of the house, the top of the roof opens up and you can see inside what would be the upstairs room or bedroom or whatever. Really nice carpeted detail on there. There is room up here as well, which you can access through that opening on the side, but unfortunately there's no carpeted detail really in there. The top of the roof is opened up. This back wall, which has a really nice sticker of some French windows and a potted plant and some curtains behind it, it opens up and reveals a little fold down patio complete with steps, and that leads us into the downstairs living area. In the downstairs living area we can see that it has a nice sticker of the carpet. There's stickers on the left hand wall of some pictures on the wall, and on the right hand side of the room there's a nice sticker of wallpaper, and there are actually sculpted sideboard cabinets as well. And on the opposite side of the house we have the little garage, which again has a little porch light above the double doors, and there's stickers underneath the windows, and the garage is literally just big enough to park a Dinky Toys Austin 1800 inside. That's the house tour done and dusted. Let's have a look at the blind bag figures. Say blind bag figures, the first two aren't technically blind bag figures, but they're that small that I class them as blind bag figures anyway. But the one on the left is definitely a Unicorn Twilight Sparkle Fidal Busybook figure. The one on the left is a Unicorn Twilight, but she's a smaller scale, and I'm just not sure whether she's a smaller version of the larger Fidal Busybook figure or whether she's made by a completely different company. But, I mean, they're a bit battered here and there. The eyes on these two kind of make it look like she's a little bit fed up. I don't know why. They've got the cutie mark on their left bum cheek. Same with this Twilight, yes. But yeah, they're all right. Another gripe that I do have for this one. This one, the underside of the tail hasn't been painted, but on this one, it has. They must be made by different manufacturers if they've got different quality control standards. Next up we have Crystal Electric Sky. Now, this is one of the ones that doesn't have the glitter in, it's just normal crystal yellow colour, which actually makes her look like she's a lemon flavoured sweet. I don't know why, I've always wanted this particular Electric Sky figure, even more so than the actual painted one. I think the concept of her being called Electric Sky and the colour of this figure looking like sort of electricity that you see in cartoons, I think that's quite appropriate. And she's in the old original Twilight Sparkle Unicorn blind bag figure mould. Next blind bag figure that we have is Luckette in the old Applejack mould. Now, I'm always intrigued by blind bag figures that have something different about them. I mean, obviously all blind bag figures have something different about them because you get different characters. Yes, you get repeats of moulds. All of them are different colours. You get some that are crystal, some that are painted, some that have got glitter on them. You don't get many that have a different eye shape. And Luckette here has the rarity eye shape on the Applejack mould. And I just think that's really interesting. Call me sad, if you will. But I just quite like that, you know, she's unusual. You wouldn't normally associate that mould. I mean, if you look at all the other blind bag figures that have been in this mould, berry green, applejack, minty, you know, they've all had different eye shapes, but never this one. And I really like her. I like her colour scheme as well. Speaking of different eye shapes, here we have apple stars. Now, 99% of all the rarity blind bag mould figures that have been made have got the rarity eye shape on them. I think it was only the Sunset Shimmer blind bag figure and this one that have different ones. So this is Apple Stars, and I believe this is the only figure that was ever made of her, and that's her eye shape. She's got the Pinkie Pie eye shape, and she is one of the neon figures from Wave 7 or Wave 8, I cannot remember. But I really like the contrast of her dark skinned colour with the light green mane and tail colour. Another theory as well is like, this is the only unicorn I've ever seen that's got a name based around apples. So is she some long lost unicorn relative of the apple family? I don't know. Next up we have Sky Wishes. Now I believe this particular Sky Wish is one of the later ones from Wave 15, I want to believe, because her mane and tail are just red. This is my first Sky Wish. Well, actually no, second Sky Wishes blind bag figure. I've got one of the Wave 18 ones that's crystal. But the reason why I wanted this one in particular is because one of my first Brony videos that I watched was one of Yum Soda's toy reviews when she was still doing MLP videos, and it was a review of some brand new Wave 15 blind bag figures. She was saying about how they get all the colours wrong or inconsistent, and this was one of the ones that she couldn't believe. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I got this figure. I just really like this figure. It's cute. Next up we have Button Bell, or Surrey Polar Mare as she's better known, in the old Pinkie Pie blind bag figure mould. Now this is my first figure of Button Bell. She's got her cutie mark of the 3 buttons obviously on her bum, and yeah, the colours are pretty accurate actually, and also the mould I think is pretty accurate. In some places Surrey had sort of curly mane and tail, but that's about as far as the accuracies go really on this figure. Here we have Gardenia Glow in the rarity blind bag figure mould, and I'm not really sure which wave she is. I think she could be from one of the earlier waves, she could be from Wave 15 like Sky Wishes, I'm not sure. But what I do know is that, well, you guys all know this as well, a crystal Gardenia Glow from Wave 18 was one of my very first ponies that I bought as a brony. This particular Gardenia Glow is my second figure of her, and she's the painted version obviously, and I think because she was one of the very first ponies I got, she will always hold a special place in my heart. So I just had to have the painted one just so I could see what she was like, because the crystal one doesn't have any colours at all. She's got a sort of a light purplish body with a light green mane and tail. Oops, sorry love. The next figure is Golden Harvest. Now she is from Wave 16, I think, which was one of the Nightmare Night Treehouse blind bag waves, and she was one of the painted ponies, and she's in some sort of Halloween costume. I'm not sure whether she's supposed to be Red Riding Hood or if that's some sort of cape. Yeah, actually I think I'm going to go with Red Riding Hood. But she's got like a light beige-ish colour skin tone with, I think that's sort of an orangey mane and tail. Do we call her Golden Harvest or Carrot Top? I'm not sure. But what I do know, again, is that I really like this figure. The last blind bag figure in our roundup today has got one of the best MLP names I've ever heard. Fiddly Twang. I can't say that without a smile on my face. I just think that's a brilliant name. And sadly, this is the only figure they ever made of her. And I would just love to have heard more people say that name, or even have heard that name said aloud in the show somewhere. So she is, again, from Wave 16, like Golden Harvest, and she is in a Halloween costume. I'm not sure what exactly she's supposed to be. She's got a little belt around her waist, and she's got a scar painted across her eye, and she's got, is that like a fake nose painted? Is she supposed to be like some sort of big cat? Because that's the impression that I'm getting from that paint on her nose. But yeah, I do really like this figure. Oops, sorry love. And I should also mention that she is in the Apple Munchies blind bag figure mould. That's the end of the blind bag lineup. Here is everything that we've reviewed in front of the house. So we have the 2 Vidal Busybook figure Twilight unicorns. We have Crystal Electric Sky, Sky Wishes, Luckette, Apple Stars, Button Bell, Gardenia Glow, Golden Harvest and Fiddly Twang. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, leave a comment if you want, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video. Cheers guys, take care.
Day 4 in the Big Brother Pony house, and already the 2 Twilights are starting to get on each other's nerves.
But this friendship report has to be written between the 2 of us. But we've each written one anyway. Besides, mine's better. How can it be? I'm taller than you. Hey! Studies have shown that, statistically, height has no empirical effect on a pony's IQ, as stated by Professor Intron in 1988. Focus groups of average-sized ponies
And it's beginning to affect the other housemates as well.
Geez, guys, cool it in here, okay? I'm trying to work next door, okay? I can't take this anymore! Screw this noise, I'm going. I always thought gardening was supposed to be relaxing. I quite like it up here. Watching Luckette fix the car is quieter than being in the house with the Twilights right now.
So it's fair to say that things could be going a lot better. And I'm totally butchering this Geordie accent. Apologies to anybody who's watching from Newcastle.
I don't even like Big Brother. I guess I just thought when I first bought the house that a Big Brother house sketch would be the best idea, really. But there you go.
So, calling all flingers, fling us a fling, and a note to all singers, don't sing. All sausage doctors, kindly lend us your hats, and a spoke on the end of a thing. And if you cannot obey, then you will wither away, and your feet will become very sore. And you'll open up your window and you'll suddenly find that a peanut has knocked on your door. It doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. If you understand this, then you're mad. It doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. And the singing is also quite bad.